I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Today, let me back this up some. I think it's a little close to some shit. Today we're gonna be talking about Charleston White. We're also gonna be talking about Trump. Um, um, see, this is the thing. This is what I'm usually trying to express when I say if somebody is really as bad as individuals are telling you they are, why do individuals still have to continuously tell you that they're a bad guy? I'm going to give you an example. So I use a fictional character. So we see the Joker, right? Nobody looks at the Joker and says, you know what? The Joker's a pretty good guy. They got him all wrong. Nobody does that. There's no reason to keep yelling at people saying, yo, the Joker, he's a bad guy. There's no reason to do that. There's zero reason. We do a roll call at the 5-minute mark. Get your comments in. There's no reason to do that. He's the fucking Joker. So, the fact that we could just be clear over here, the fact that the Democrats have to keep yelling at everybody that Trump is such a terrible person, I think that you should probably be concerned about that, and not about Trump actually being the terrible person that they're saying there is, that they are saying he is, but the fact that if he's such a terrible person, why does the Democrats feel like they have to yell about it so much? We're going to be talking about that also. There's something else besides Charleston White, besides Trump. There was something else that I wanted to remember to mention. Hopefully I remember. I got to start getting a shot sheet together. I keep forgetting to do that. I got to get a shot sheet together. Another thing I was trying to remember I wanted to comment on. I can't remember at the moment. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get to it before the end of the show. I'm going to finish the monologue. Give me about 2 more minutes. We're going to finish the monologue, and then we're going to get back into the actual show. Once again, I want to say, shout out to Cavario. If you haven't copped this book yet, go cop it. Apparently, this is the homeboy that started the Don Diva. Y'all all know what Don Diva is. Don't act like you don't. Apparently, literally grew up with this guy. So there's more people. I just happen to know everybody, fam. I don't even be knowing I be knowing these people. And I do. So shout out to Mario. Super cool guy. Really about what's going on. Hey, I want to say this real quick. Florida State Bullies. I saw something you had posted today. You getting a repost. If you want to fuck with us today, you can fuck with me. You don't have to do no kind of promotion, paying for it, or nothing like that. I saw you post something I liked. I'm going to start doing this from now on. I'm going to start checking what y'all post the day before. And if y'all post something that I plan on reposting, I'll let you know during the show if you pop up for a comment. Anyway, so shout out to that. I keep telling y'all, I know everybody. Yo, imagine the people that somewhere bad-mouthing Jack Frost and don't even know they closing the door for themselves because I might know that person and they might know me for like 10 years, 15 years, long period of time, and they might really know what kind of person I am. You be bad-mouthing me. They looking at you like, oh, word? He did what? With that being said, let's do roll call and get to the show. Shout out to Brooklyn NASDAQ. Salute. He said top of the morning. Salute, my brother. Hope everything is going well with you. Shout out to Sergeant. I don't know. I don't know who that's the picture of. But shout out to Sergeant. He said, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Hopefully fine, sir or madam. What up? Shout out to Unbothered. He says, Frost. Big old smiles. He's over there. Appreciate you. What up, Moschino? He says, top of the morning. Salute. Salute. What up, Florida State Bullies? I just put you on. Shout out to Florida State Bullies. For everybody that don't know, I believe, I don't know, are you a dog breeder? You breed, right? Brooklyn NASDAQ, once again, says good book. He must have already checked it out. Florida State Bully said, let's go. So what I'm telling you is, telling everybody the post that I've seen and I'm going to repost. So you know what I'm going to do. So you knowing what I'm gonna do, if you would like to then, donate to the platform, I'm already working for you. With that being said, could we just talk about Charleston White for a moment? Could we just talk about Charleston White for a moment? I want to be clear about this, and I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. When we get our Florida State, when we get everything up and running in my computer and everything like that up and running, I want you to come on the show. Copy? For real, for real. I want you to come on the show and tell us about it. First show we get back with the computer and everything up and running. Make sure that you got everything that you need to accept the link. I want you to pull up to the show. Cat Williams frowning. Now check this out. I want to be clear about this. I'm going to tell you why Charleston White is so smart. The first thing is this. He stays in the state where where there's a weapon that he can carry for self-defense. Whereas if he has to protect himself, he does not have to worry about consequences from the authorities. That's the first thing he does. I forgot who he was beefing with. He was beefing with somebody, and they was like, yo, come to my city. And he said he's not going to go to their city because he won't be able to carry. This was like two years ago. Anybody remember who he was talking to when he said that? He's like, he's not going to be able to carry in that city, so he's not going there. Because if he carry, he's going to be dirty. So if he shoots somebody, there's going to be consequences. So I say all that to say this. Some fool decided to run up on Charleston White. Charleston White has the benefit of this, though. There's always somebody trying to record something going on with him, probably to try to steal clout or just because they think it's funny. So when Charleston White is minding his business, this guy tries to run up on Charleston White and he wants to fight. Charleston White decides to pull out his pig sticker. For everybody that don't know what a pig sticker is, it's like the shit that they hit it like that and so they can make the pig bleed out or some shit. I don't know. But it's like a knife, but it also has like a thing on the end of it. It's so I don't got nothing that is the equivalency of the at hand that I would like. Anyway, so it's like a switchblade, but when you close it up, on the end of it, it has little sticky shits. It's like little knives, little pokey thing. So that's why when you see him hitting them over the head like that with it, he's actually cutting them. He's not just hitting them with the butt of the knife. But dude don't know. Dude probably just think he's swinging the butt of the knife at him. That's why he was surprised when he started leaking. I want to say something real quick. Just because you want to fight somebody, that don't mean that they have to fight you. What the hell is wrong with you ignorant niggas? What the hell is wrong with you ignorant people that believe that if you walking down the street and see a total stranger, that's total stranger that has no idea who you are, you could just say, I saw you on the internet and I don't like you. Let's fight. What in the hell is wrong with you people? Like all common sense and decency goes out of the window. And you honestly believe that if you see Charleston White somewhere, he has an obligation to fight you, a person he's never met, ever. This is mental illness, man. That's a mental illness. Even agreeing to some foolishness like that is a mental illness. You really believe that if you're upset at a person, they have an obligation to get into a physical confrontation with you, a total stranger. Somebody explain to me how that's a thing. Because somebody explain to me how that's a thing, how this is what America has become. That everywhere is Mad Max world. We just live in fucking Mad Max times, fams. Even got the president talking shit about the police. Check this out. I declare the police right now just don't pull over white people somehow. Watch. If I were your daughter, what advice would you give me the next time I am stopped by the police? If you're my daughter, you'd be a Caucasian girl, you wouldn't be pulled over. Oh my gosh. Did you just say that? It's hard to believe that. We'll have a whole conversation about that later. I got a lot to say about that. There's people that want to defend that, and there's people that are attacking that, and I think they all got the wrong narrative. They all looking at it the wrong way. I haven't heard anybody looking at it the way in which I perceive that particular situation, and why that's an actual problem. That's a problem. First of all, his first inclination was to throw the police under the fucking bus. You the president. Hold on. I don't even want to get into that. Okay, first, I will say this much. If you're the president of the United States, forget you being the president. If you're the mayor of New York City, you have an obligation to first be defensive of all municipalities that fall under you. You have an obligation to make sure that you have all the facts before you speak out on police, fire department, the fucking child welfare, MTA, whatever is any municipality that falls under you. You cannot just blatantly make general comments. That's a whole nother discussion. Let's get back to this dude. So Charleston White constantly has people who are trying to, shout out to Kyra Knows. How you doing this morning? She says, Grand Rising Frost. Grand Rising to you. Salute, baby girl. Hope everything is going well with you. She says, all praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. That's a fact. Thank him for everything. Without him, we are nothing. With him, we are everything. Or we can accomplish anything. With that being said. So, I say all that to say this. Charleston White and no other figure on the internet or anywhere else, even if they ain't on it, you can't just scroll past somebody's feed one day and they're just a regular dude with 12,000 followers, and you scroll through their feed and say, you know what, I just don't like that guy. I can't wait to see him in public. What in the hell is wrong with you? So just so we could be clear, while y'all also believe everybody on the internet is faking, you also want to fight them for the shit that they're doing on the internet that you're saying is fake. Can somebody explain that? Am I saying anything wrong here? I might be saying some things wrong here. I don't know. Put it in the chat. Remember, these same people that they want to fight for whatever the reasons is, they also believe that they're fake. So you want to fight them over lies. These people that you do not know and have never met. Oh man, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, Charleston White keeps himself in a position where he will not be arrested and where he won't have any consequences that come towards him, because you can't be threatening a person and then while they're trying to protect their well-being, they then get arrested because you're the aggressor. You get it? Get it? Now imagine if I didn't back up every single time I seen somebody playing the victim. You know how many times they could have made it seem like I was the aggressor? Because they're playing the victim. So if I do anything untowardly towards them, it's like I created the situation. Now do you see why I just be laughing? I'm like, oh man, I can't even believe this shit. This motherfucker about to play the victim, fam. I promise you. And we be on live. And then what happened? They go play the victim. Like I told you. And if I do anything, it looks like I'm doing something to them and I'm the bad guy. But then I say whatever and I back up, then I'm the pussy. There's nothing I can do. It just is what it is. But Charleston White is smart. He stays areas. Charleston White got like in 3 situations. He just went on did y'all see this?
I just missed the whole TSF crew. Sauce walking all the TSF, the titty sissy just got they mace too. I'm going mace crazy in the motherfucker. I just missed the whole TSF crew. Sauce walking all the
Fam. So he also made Sauce Walker. At this point, fam, if you're walking up to this man, you're walking up to just for him to be able to get on live and then tell everybody how he embarrassed you wherever you met him at. Why y'all even messing with this dude? I don't get it. Put it in the chat. Do you think Charleston White is basically running the table on these dudes? Has Charleston White taken the L yet? I think he's running the table, fam. I think he's going to have Mayweather numbers. Charleston White out here looking like he about to have Mayweather numbers, fam. Has he lost the situation yet? Or has he been consistently winning? I think he lost one, right? Is he like fucking De La Hoya or some shit? I think he lost one, right? I don't think so. He might not have lost any. He might not have lost any. He might not have lost any. Anybody could think of a situation he might have lost? I don't think he's lost any. Anything else y'all want to talk about this? I'm ready to get into the Trump stuff. Anything else y'all want to talk about this? I'm ready to get into the Trump stuff. I think Charleston White is winning consistently out here. And I just want to be clear about this. These people got mental health disorders. If you don't think that there's something wrong with somebody for saying, I seen you on the internet, I don't like you, so now you have to give me a fair fight. Any kind of fight. That's insanity. That's fucking insanity, fam. So you just seen this guy on the internet. You don't like him. And if he happens to come across you in real life, he has an obligation. This stranger don't know who you are. But he has an obligation to fight you. Because you said something about some people that you might have an affinity for. For whatever the fucking reason. Y'all don't even have a personal relationship of any kind. Y'all don't even have a... Y'all don't even have a fucking 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon relationship. Because probably the reason why you upset at him, you don't know that person either. I'm just saying. Oh man. Oh man. Y'all be wanting to fight these guys, fam. I don't know. I'm over here. I'm trying to figure it out. Because this did not come from any shit I know about. This didn't come from nothing I know about. I've never heard of nothing like this. This is just insanity. This is like people are just it's like mass hypnosis. That's what it's like. It's like mass hypnosis. There's really people that believe that if they see certain people that they've seen on the internet in real life, that person is an obligation to fight them. Like there's genuine people that believe this. This person who has done nothing to them except exist. It's Satan, fam. Satan. I don't know what to tell you. I told you there's only one war. There's only one war, fam. There's only one. I promise you. That's why shit is happening that don't make sense. Come on, fam. What generation of let's stop everything real quick. Because people that's doing this swear that they hood. I just want to say this. The people that are doing this is swearing that they hood niggas. What generation of the hood ever did this? I will try not to curse so much. My apologies. You are correct. I initially hid you because you didn't even say good morning or nothing. The only comment you put up was one saying that I'm cursing too much. So I initially just hid you. Because obviously you're not here for any good. But you did make a good point, so I unhid you. But you didn't even say good morning. You don't even have no respect for the conversation. So don't act like you do. Copy? Spiritual warfare is real. That's a fact. Fam, explain to me how any of that makes any sense. People are seeing somebody on the internet they don't know, never met, don't got nothing going on with them. And they just decide, if I see this person in real life, I'm going to attack them. How is that not a mental health issue? Explain that shit to me. How is that not a mental health issue? I'm here, I'm listening. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But how is that not a mental health issue? I'm listening. You know, they say I'm wrong about everything. I'm constantly saying maybe I'm wrong, and I'm asking for somebody to explain how I'm wrong. You know there's people in here that think I'm wrong about everything? Put it in the chat. How am I wrong? Fucking mental part of my language. That's a mental health situation, fam. Imagine that. Imagine that. Oh, you see somebody in public. Oh, I'm going to go harass them. That's a mental health issue, fam. You see somebody from the internet, oh, in public. Oh, I'm going to harass them. That's a mental health issue. Explain to me how it's not. Explain to me how it's not a mental health issue when somebody sees a person that they know from nowhere and decide that they're going to try to expend their energy to mess their day up. Explain to me how that's not a mental health issue. I'm in the chat. I'm here. Put it in the chat. People love to say I'm wrong about this and I'm wrong about that and I'm all so crazy. Of course, it's wickedness. All wickedness is a mental health disorder. I'm sitting here. Explain it. You see, when you break down what a person is actually doing, they don't want to have a conversation about it. They only want to have a conversation about it when you're not breaking down what they're doing. When you're only talking about their alleged excuses for doing it, which are all bad. They don't want to break down what they're actually doing because the thing that they're actually doing is so evil. You understand? Are you working with God or are you working against him? Are you trying to get in the way of the Most High's word? Or are you trying to help it be seen? What are you doing? Yeah, that's gaslighting. Yeah, that's gas. Fam, that's what I was just explaining that the Democrats is doing to everybody as far as Trump is concerned. Then we're about to get to Trump. The whole conversation about Trump is about gaslighting. Or you think I don't fuck with the Democrats like that? The whole conversation over Trump is about gaslighting. The whole entire thing. The whole entire thing about Trump is about gaslighting. If Trump was such a bad person, why do we have to keep telling you he is? Does anybody have to tell you that fucking, I'm going to use a fictional character. Does anybody have to tell you that freaking Lex Luthor is evil? Do they have to tell you that? Do they have to explain to you this? Do you got to get explained that the Green Goblin is a bad guy? Does this need to be explained to you? If Trump was such a bad guy, why do they have to keep explaining it to you? Why do they have to talk about it every day, incessantly? Put it in the chat. If I'm wrong, put it in the chat. And I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm saying if he was such a bad guy, why do they have to tell you about it every damn day? There would be no need. If Trump was half as bad as what they say he is, there would be no need. And everybody keeps forgetting, and I'm not going to get off of this point. Everybody keeps forgetting. Before all of this, there was a period of time where the only white people that hung out with the black people was Trump. Trump was the one inviting all the black people to the parties where the white millionaires and billionaires was. Trump was bringing the black people with him. When Jesse Jackson ran for president, go check out who one of his biggest supporters was. Y'all know who Jesse Jackson is, right? When a lot of these black businesses was trying to get started, go check out who gave the money. And I'm talking about his personal money, and I'm talking about this going down in the 80s and in the 90s. Y'all just believe anything. I am not a Trump fan. I don't even want him to be president again. I also don't want Biden to be president either. But if the Democrats are going to spend more time trying to figure out how to stop Trump from running, then they all going to try to figure out to try to fucking fix America. I don't want them as fucking, pardon my language. I don't want them running the country. They're more interested in putting Trump in jail than they are freaking feeding people. They more interested in putting Trump in. The only thing they're more interested in is getting people to turn for men and women. And then after that, it's Trump. Tell me where the lie at. The number one thing they're interested in is men turning into women and women turning into men. The second most thing they're interested in is Trump going to jail. Tell me where the lie at. I'm here. I'm listening. See, y'all don't know why he just said that in that speech. Let's talk about Biden for a moment. Y'all don't know why he just said that in that speech. He said that for a reason. One, I believe he just fucked up. Don't get this confused. But that question that they gave to him was a setup. That was a prepared question and it was a prepared answer. And he effed up. That was a prepared question. That was a black girl asking that question. Most likely the Democrats sent her up there to ask that question so they could give a certain answer. So after he effed up, I'm pretty sure everything he said after that was perfect. I don't even know what it is. Somebody send it to me. But I'm pretty sure every single thing he said after he effed up, I'm pretty sure it was all perfect. Because that was a prepared question. And I don't think that was hard to tell, to be honest with you. Then it was a good question, also, just to be honest with you. But he effed up. So I posted that on Instagram, right? And in the comment section, there's a lot of people arguing. He didn't say anything wrong. This doesn't prove he's a racist. That's not why I posted it. I didn't post it for that reason. I don't even understand why we're arguing whether he's a racist or not. He's been racist more of his life than he's not been racist. We don't even know if he's ever not been racist, to be honest with you. So no, that's not a conversation I'm trying to even have. I think that that's a foregone conclusion. I think, pardon me, I think that's a forethought. I already assume that that's what we're all on. So no, I'm not trying to say he's a racist. I posted it. Do you remember something I said earlier? I already told you basically why I posted it. He's the commander-in-chief. He's the head of all law enforcement, American law enforcement. He's the head. When that question is asked, the first thing you cannot do is throw the police under the bus. Especially with a general police comment, rather than it's a small percentage of men and women who are not adhering to the policies of our departments and committing these atrocities, but it's a small number of them. We're putting mechanisms in place to make sure that this is not going to be a problem that is going to be persistent in our future. So there's ways to answer that question if you want to acknowledge that it exists. But you cannot throw the police under the bus, especially in the general term. Now, what I think happened was he was stuck because he knows they're on campaign trail right now. And the last time they was doing the campaign, it was anti-police. Keep that in mind as they move on and go further. Also, expect them to be telling us we have to now get the next jab. Put it in the chat if you do not plan on getting the jab. If you do not plan on being convinced to get another jab, drop a frost. I want to go warm me up some coffee. Be right back. Sorry about that. All right, so I have to go outside and drink some coffee and then decide. All right, so basically, as far as this Trump thing is concerned, so dude said, and this is just I want to talk about Trump's big win, by the way. Also, we leading into that. But I just want to be clear about something, and I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. Biden isn't supposed to throw the police under the bus, man. The reason why some people, you know what diplomacy is? The diplomacy is the ability to say certain things that might not be very nice in a presentable tone and manner that allows for individuals to be able to accept that information and then make decisions that aren't necessarily emotional but based on the facts. The better your diplomacy is and the better you are able to at least that's my interpretation. Obviously, I don't have a dictionary in front of me. You can go get a dictionary. Maybe it says the exact opposite. Also, most dictionaries have 3 and 4 different answers. A lot of times people like to just choose the one that doesn't fall with what you're saying in order to try to say that you don't know what a word is. Like they'll say, you don't know what the word would means when you say that somebody would do something. And then they'll be like, I'm going to go get the definition. And they'll bring back the definition for wood, W-O-O-D. I've had people do that to me and I just be looking like... And then other people who I thought fuck with me be agreeing with them. And I'll be like, what the fuck, man? That sounds like my coffee. Give me a second. Sounds like my water. What's up, y'all? All right, we back. Oh, they're muttering and shit. You hollering at what? What happened? Anyway, so I want to say something. I want to be clear about this. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. Uh, Trump goes. They decided that they were not going to give him a mugshot in New York City. I'm sorry, but it seems like New York City, just in general, their police or our politicians, our judicial system, it's just better. Or I don't know how to explain this. Smarter people. And I'm not trying to say better at catching criminals. I'm saying just better at social media. Just better. Smarter, more savvy. So New York City says, nah, we ain't giving you no mugshot, you rat bastard. He said, because you gonna make money off of it. This is what New York City did. New York City said, nah, we're not giving you no mugshot, fam. You're not even taking a mugshot. Oh, copy. They're like, yo, you're not even taking a mugshot. You're gonna make money off of it. This is what New York said. You know what Georgia said? Georgia said, you know what? New York did it wrong. They didn't know what they was doing. They said New York didn't know what they was doing. New Yorkers always think they know everything. Fucking New Yorkers. They always think they so smart. They think they better than the rest of us. So they say, we're going to give him a mugshot. We're going to show the world just how terrible he is. We're going to show the world just how bad of a person he is. You know, we've just had a conversation. And in that conversation, we basically discussed that if you're such a terrible person, people really wouldn't need to say it all the time. There would be no need. It would just be a known. It would be obvious. Like, what the fuck are we saying water's wet for? Why are we saying fire is hot? None of that makes any sense. So what they decided to do was, they said, like I said, we're going to show the world how terrible of a person he is. New York was smart enough to know that the world loves the rebel. So no, we're not giving him a mugshot because he's going to make a grip off of this bitch. The world loves a rebel. We're not even talking about, at this point, a good guy or a bad guy. We're not talking about somebody that's right or wrong. We're just talking about an individual that's going against the construct of government. That's it. The world loves that. Just like there's people who look, and say Che Guevara was a murderer. There's people that look at him and say that he was a revolutionary. So I say that to say this. New York understood that by giving him a mugshot, besides the merch he's going to sell that's going to do incredible, there's a certain class of people who are now going to be able to embrace him. Donald Trump ain't look more like a nigga ever before than in that damn mugshot. His daughter also used to date Quincy Jones. You know that, right? I don't know if anybody knew that. First of all, he was ice grilling on his mugshot. I don't know who told him to do that. I don't know who told him to do that, but he was ice grilling on his mugshot. The shit looked hard. Now the black community is openly embracing him. Even more openly than they were before he got arrested. You want to know why? Because that's how we work. Who are our heroes in our community? Who are the heroes in our community? You want to know who's pissed off? My son. My son and all of those guys, they pissed. This is what they be trying to do. This is why they go get arrested. Real talk. They're probably pissed. This is why they go get arrested. He's ice grilling the deep state, fam. Shout out to the Tada. That dude, this is why they go get arrested. Tell me where the lie at. They pissed. They pissed. They made a bad move though. They made a misstep. Not my son and them. I'm talking about the Georgia government. They made a misstep. You know how hard it is. You know how hard it's gonna be for them to actually find 12 to convict Trump. That's the part that everybody is missing out on. You know how hard it is to find 12 to convict Trump. They have to find 12 to convict him, fam. It's gonna be harder to convict Trump than it is they have to find 12 to convict him. First of all his just so we could be clear, his lawyers should just start subpoenaing the files of all the other presidents that took files from the government. And look, this is a common practice. We just subpoenaed all of this. Look, this president, that president, that president, that president. They had this. They had all of these things. every president has these things. Our client is here for no reason. We could, go through the whole whatever y'all want to do, judge. It's up to you. But my client is here for no reason. This is a common practice. They just wanting to penalize my client for doing this. And then I just start bringing up money issues and shit. My client gave X amount of dollars to the HBCUs. There's going to be black people that's going to be on the fucking stand, on the jury. They're going to hear about how Trump gave billions of dollars to the HBCUs and then Biden took it back. They're going to hear about how Trump started this policy and then Biden ended it. Oh, man, I murdered him. Trump is not going to get convicted, fam. I don't even know how they plan on getting people to convict him. I don't know how they plan on doing that. He's not going to get convicted, fam. I don't know how they plan on doing it. I don't know how they plan on doing it. What do y'all think about it? Put it in the chat. I think they would have had a better chance of Trump not winning the next election if Biden actually did well. If Biden and his administration was actually doing well for the American people and doing things that was actually helping us, I think that Trump would have a problem. What up, Ruby Reed? I think that Trump would have a problem. That's just my opinion. I think that the reason why I don't believe that Trump is going to have a big issue beating Biden specifically, they're going to have to find somebody else to run against him. There's no way Biden is going to be able to beat him. I'm sorry. He rolled back too many of Biden's policies that made it so we got money. You understand? He rolled back a lot of Biden's policies that made it so that the money trickled down to us, because the money was really trickling. People could say whatever they want about Trump, but during Trump's administration, the money was really trickling down to us. For real, for real. That's why the people like my son was living really well, because niggas had extra money that they were donating then to different things that they believed in. Tell me where the lies at. So these dudes going against Trump that don't want, and then automatically, what did the Democrats do? They rolled back a lot of the things that allow for the money to be freely spread. And then what happened? Not only a few people have the money. So now, since only a few people have the money, they can dictate what the media say easier. They could dictate who do what. Because they could just be like, we turn off the spigot. You can't go to the people no more. The people can't fund you. You already helped us turn that off. Now the people can't fund you. See, when the people could fund you, you could do what's the best thing to do. You could do the right thing. When the people aren't funding you, you can't do the right thing no more. You have to figure out how you're going to eat. No, it depends on your integrity. You going to suffer like Jack, or you going to give in and do the thing that the sellouts want you to do. Ruby Reed says, my full 401k and other investments were at its best during the Trump administration. Everybody's was. Because Trump was good for the economy. But he told y'all that. Y'all just didn't agree with him, because, not you, I'm saying, the people that hate Trump just didn't agree with it because, they just didn't want Trump as a president. Trumpy has a new AI. I heard the freestyle. They shot out YSL. They shot out YSL like twice. But no, they could let Trump out. They can't let out reputed gang leader. They can't let out the reputed gang leader. KJ from the mob says, reminds me of the 6ix9ine incident. That was definitely mental health. Pardon me. Which 6ix9ine incident? I don't know what you're talking about. I hope he's caught up with us. He's not like so far back he can't hit my comment. Because sometimes that happens. I might come in the chat. I don't be all the way caught up. So I might see your comment. But you way back there and shit. Anyway, he probably way back there. He can't hit me. When he catches up, hopefully then he, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work. Any regard. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. I thought that was funny as hell. Like, Trump just made $7.1 million that he would not have had, that he's going to now use during his campaign because you guys decided to give him a damn mugshot. What in the hell? That don't even make sense. I read there, even though you didn't put it. I read there, by the way, even though you didn't put it. Did I say there? I know I read there in my brain. I don't know if I said it out loud. I might have read its, but thought theirs. I know I thought theirs. Anyway, at their best. Yeah, so that's the shit that killed me. So I want to see what these activists say. If these activists are coming out saying vote Biden, then I'm just not rocking with them, period. Because right now, Trump isn't even the worst out of the two. Now, you good, Ruby. I appreciate you. Thank you for the comments. Just keep randomly commenting for all I care. As long as you doing good comments, just, do random comments. I like the fact that you're commenting in here. I appreciate you. Yeah, so basically they just helped Trump's campaign. And then I'm going to tell you what this did more than anything else. It showed Republicans that Trump is still a cash cow for them. So that's how it really hurt the Democrats. Because now, places where Republicans could have possibly competed against Trump, these areas, now Trump has possibly gotten a stronger commitment from the community there. So there's probably politicians now who are going to back up some because now they might figure that they need Trump in order to win wherever they need to go at. So now that's most likely earned Trump more support. Because remember, if you could raise money, they're going to support you, fam. So these guys just showed a mugshot from Trump is worth $7 million. You don't think these Republicans is losing their mind thinking about how they're going to get him to come fundraise for them? Tell me where the lie at. He held a $100K freaking plate dinner for Giuliani. Do I need to say that again? Giuliani's bond was $150K. Trump went and held a dinner for Giuliani where the plates was $100K per plate. Or per person, per seat. The Democrats stay fucking up, fam. I don't know. Could I just say this? How often have I told y'all what was going to happen before it happened? I'm not saying it has anything to do with any kind of prestidigitation or anything like that. All I'm saying is I think I'm pretty good at figuring out what's going to happen next. At least in politics, I guess. How often have I told y'all what was going to happen in politics? How often have I been right? How often have views on politics been correct? Dude, the Republicans are going to run the back fucking Trump now. He just took a mugshot and made $7.1 million off a mugshot, fam. And that was in the first 24 hours. Or something like that. Come on, fam. Them niggas ain't playing with it. What time is it? Damn, what time did I start the show? Anybody got the time? Anybody know what time it is? I don't know if this time is right. Sheesh. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. How often am I correct about politics, fam? Shout out to Purple. How often am I correct about politics? I think I got a pretty good record. I want to know what the Democrats are going to do next to fuck up. Part of my language. I want to know what the Democrats are going to do next to mess up. I'm honest. I want to know what they're going to do next. I'm not going to watch. I'm not looking and trying to search it out. It's going to have to be something big. If they do they do a lot of small stuff that are just terrible, but I don't be thinking it's worth talking about. Because but the way that they're trying to make it look like they can't make Biden look like a good candidate, so they have to make the other candidate look bad. You do understand that, right? Like they don't have anything to brag about for Biden. He's been in office for how many years? And they still don't really have anything to brag about that he's done. Forget when he's in the presidency. He's been in Senate for how many years? They don't have anything to brag about. They have no accomplishments. They have nothing that they could say that he did. So the only thing they could do is attack Trump. I don't understand why nobody gets this. I don't know. I be thinking this type of shit is common sense. I'm just being honest with you. That's why sometimes when people be arguing certain things to me, I be like, I don't know what to say. Like common sense should not even allow for you to have gotten that far. Like you shouldn't even have gotten that far. Like people be all the way down the line over here trying to argue this thing to me. And I'm like, you shouldn't even have gotten that far. Like, how did you get that far? Like, how did you get that far? Like, you shouldn't have gotten that far. Fuck it. I'm probably just be pissed off at me. I'm gonna say some things and you're gonna be mad about it. Might not want to be friends with me no more. It is what it is, fam. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We at the hour mark. Hour and 2 minutes. Put it in the chat. What else y'all want to discuss? I might step outside. I don't know. I don't know. How was the Chargers doing? The Chargers doing just fine over there. I don't know. We might step outside. I don't know. But even if we do, I want to wait till late. It's early. I'm not really in no mood to go outside, to be honest with you. But I would. Close these things out. I'm going to read the word for the day real quick. Ephesians verse 3, line 16 says, I pray that God will cause you to be strong in your spirits. God has great and valuable things in heaven to help you. I pray that God's spirit will help you with God's own power. Amen. One more time. I pray that God will cause you to be strong in your spirits. God has great and valuable things in heaven to help you. I pray that God's spirit will help you with God's own power. Amen. Simone Biles wins record 8th U.S. gymnast competition. I wish my mugshot was worth a bill. That's a fact, Tada. Give me 1 second. Be right back. Dude, they fucked up. But the Democrats are going to keep messing up. They don't got no choice. Okay, so okay, give me 1 second. All right, so basically this is what happened. The Democrats got people kind of like off of the strength of they were saying negative things about Trump. That's how, they had their momentum and everything going upon winning the election and Biden getting into office. So what happened was they kept that energy where whenever the Democrats wanted to try to hide something from the public, one of their main go-tos was bringing up something negative about Trump. But this is the interesting thing. As Americans, we have changed. Like, as Americans, we have changed. Like, this is a strategy that 100% would have worked 2 years ago. But as Americans, we have changed. Because we're moving away from the woke behavior. We're moving away from the Me Too movement. See, the Me Too movement was so oversaturated and was used so haphazardly and against quite a few people that it should not have been used against. It broke down that element that the Democrats were using in order to win over a lot of the things in which they were doing. Think about it like this. No one cares that Trump said grab her by the pussy. Nobody ever thinks about that? How no one cares that happened anymore? Like, even if you bring it up in conversation, people laugh at it more than anything else. The only people that still care about that is probably feminists or some shit. Don't nobody else really even care about that. So what's happened is us as Americans, we've changed. We've become different. There's things that we don't accept. Remember how yesterday, so the other day we was at my old block in the Bronx, and I guess these assholes convinced some kids to follow behind me and try to harass me or whatever the case is. I can't do nothing about that. I got to remove myself from those situations. So what happened was the dudes I was at in the Bronx, they seen the kids acting funny, and one of them walked up to the kids and told the kids to get the hell up out of here. Like, it ain't that type of time. Like, that doesn't happen here in Brooklyn. But in my block where I'm from, that happened because that's not acceptable behavior. You understand? So now something that has now not become acceptable behavior is this over assertion of toxic masculinity. Because remember, that's how they attack Trump. They say that he's a toxic masculinity. But by attacking all masculinity, now you make it seem like toxic masculinity isn't a thing that exists. So now y'all can't use that during this particular campaign. You can't keep saying Trump said grab her by the vagina. You can't keep saying Trump is toxic masculinity because don't nobody care about that. It's been oversaturated. You understand? What people are gonna say is, what has Biden done? And all Biden could say is, look at Trump. He's a felon. Okay, Trump's a felon. But what have you done? Oh, but look at Trump. Trump, January 6th. That's fine. January 6th happened. But what have you done? Oh, well, Trump got those files. Okay, Biden, we get it. Trump, terrible guy. But what have you done? Well, we sent a lot of money to Africa so those children could get sex changes. And then, we sent a complimentary amount of money, about 30 million, to some people in the Gulf of Mexico so they could count fish. I have no idea why it's so important for them to have little boys turn into little girls. Like, they really act like almost all little boys want to be little girls and almost all little girls want to be little boys. Like, they really act like that. Like, this is like a thing. Like, this is like one of the biggest problems ever in the history of mankind. How are we going to turn these little boys into little girls and little girls into little boys? Like, this is the biggest issue ever in the history of mankind. This is what the Democrats pretend. So I don't know really what you guys are supporting when you voting Democrat. I'm not voting Democrat. I don't support that. And that's what all Democrats vote. I would not vote Democrat. I don't support turning little girls into little boys. I don't support it, and I don't care what nobody say. Hate me. I don't support it. If you're a grown-ass adult and you want to do whatever you want to go do whatever you want to go do. I don't support little children doing something to their body that they can never reverse. I don't support that. Just saying. When y'all vote Democrat, you're supporting that. I need for you to understand this. That's their main objective. They have no other objective except for, at this point, giving money to the Ukraine that is bigger than that. They don't even care about giving money to Maui as much as they care about turning little boys into little girls. There is no other thing they have going on that they're expending more time and energy on other than the Ukraine. There is nothing else. If there is, put me on the game. I don't know. Maybe I just don't know. This could be one of those things that I have no idea about. Put me on the game. Trump's like Eminem in 8 Mile. Ruby Reed says, tell the truth and shame the devil. Why do you think they on my back? Why do you think Satan follow me around? Why do you think it's so important for Satan that people think that I'm crazy and got all these other issues so nobody takes me seriously? Why do you think that's so important to Satan? Sounds to me like Satan is doing the same thing to me that's being done to Trump. Except for in Trump's case, he's actually done some of these things that people are accusing him of. So it is what it is. They can't let Trump go to a debate. That's why they're trying to do everything they could do. But the problem is the chances that they're going to go to trial before there's an actual election is they're not going to trial before the next election. There's no way that that's going to happen. You do understand this, right? So that means that there's no way that they can make it so that he can't be a nominee. Because you can 100% be a nominee because you're innocent until proven guilty. You do know this, right? You're innocent until proven guilty, so he can absolutely be a nominee. And I don't even think being convicted of a felony excuses you from being able to run for president. I'm not even sure anymore. These politicians be convicted of a lot of shit we don't know nothing about. And then you gotta just still go vote for them because we don't know. Just saying, telling you what it is. You can take it however you want to take it. Just telling it how it is. Just take it. You can take it however you want to take it. I'm just telling you how it is. Just telling you how it is. You can take it however you want to take it. Yo, they really been in office like almost 3 years and did zero for the black community. And we're going to have activists that are going to tell you how to vote for Biden. And I'm going to drag the shit out of them as soon as they do. And I don't care what nobody says. Don't matter. I'm going to drag the hell out of them. Because we have activists. And we all see that Biden did nothing for black people. I'm not talking about these last minute things that they're now trying to get into place. Shout out to Ruby Reed with the $20 drop. She says, you telling it like it is. Definitely appreciate you. Ruby Reed pulls up to the saloon in all of her magnanimousness. As she walks through the door, you can see the sunlight glistening off of the crown that she wears on her head. It's filled with rubies and emeralds. She walks over to the bartender. She lays her hand on the bar as she smooths over it, remembering the first time she's ever been here. The bartender spots her from down, makes her drink, and then slides it very smoothly across the finely polished bar. It hits her hand. It hits her lips. Shout out to Ruby Reed dropping $20 into the chat and pulling up to the saloon this morning. Definitely appreciate you. So just so we could be clear, and this is no hate, when these activists try to pull up and talk their craziness about how much they hate. I just see my son the other day yelling and screaming about how much Biden about some Trump shit. But you don't have, y'all speak to Biden. Y'all spoke to Biden personally. When y'all was, you had, I think y'all spoken to his people. Y'all spoken to him. Y'all not talking to him about doing anything for black people in America? Okay, forget America. Maybe you can't talk about it at that type of, it's too big. You're not talking about him doing something for black people in New York City? You're not contacting him saying, yo, Biden. You're not on social media. Forget contacting him. You're not on social media using your platform to say, yo, look, Biden, we got you elected. What's up with us? So you're not doing that, my son? You're not doing that to Mika Mallory? Y'all on vacation? Y'all busy talking about DJ Academics? Am I saying anything incorrect? If I'm saying anything incorrect, put it into the chat. I would like to know. If I'm saying anything wrong, please put it into the chat. I would like to know. I'm here. There's a ton of other characters on the internet too. I might just get a whole collage of them talking they shit about how much they hate Trump, and then ask why they not asking what has Biden done for us. Biden has done shit, and if any of them even speak out or think about speaking out about Biden, their handlers are gonna call them and tell them to shut up. I promise you. We're gonna turn off the spigot. Y'all guys signed a contract. You can't even talk crazy about our candidate. Tell me where the lie at. I don't know about the contract part, obviously. But they will get a call telling them shit niggas to cease and desist. That's a fact. Tell me where the lie at. Shout out to Cavario for signing this book for me. 50 Critical Quotes is the name of the book. This is his. It reads, "The only thing truly gangster is knowledge." Cavario H. Oh, for everybody that don't know, this is him right here. For everybody that don't know, he is the individual behind Don Diva. He's the individual that was behind Don Diva. Shout out to Cavario. Good guy. But that's what I mean. Like, there's a lot of real, like, street niggas. Like, niggas ain't chumps. Niggas ain't, like, they real street niggas get busy and everything. But they just really, now they older, they just good men. You understand? I think that's the part that people don't get. People think in order to be a real street nigga, you got to be dirty and grimy and an asshole your whole life. You might need to know how to be those things, but you don't have to be those things. You probably still need to know when to and when not to. You feel me? Good guy. Always been a pretty good guy. Always been a good guy. I'm thinking about this shit like I know this nigga. First time when I looked at him, I was like, this motherfucker looks familiar as shit. Shout out to Artie D Glass. He says, good morning, fam. Good morning, my brother. Salute. You can put that Cash App up in the chat. Generally speaking, if you don't put it up, I don't ask somebody to put it up anymore. Wait for you to come. I got some stuff I'm going to repost for you. I got to clip some of that stuff down because some of that shit is like 12 minutes. I'm not going to repost 12 minutes, but I might clip because I already got it. It's on this phone. I think I'm going to clip it down to like 15 seconds or some shit like that. I'll snatch like 15 seconds here, 20 seconds there, some shit. Shout out to Artie D Glass pulling up, dropping the cash app. I was thinking about walking outside. I don't know. I'm looking outside. Looks like it's pretty decent. What time is it? It's 9 o'clock. I've been thinking about it. Go post up outside somewhere. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. It's just turning on 9 o'clock. We've been already live for almost an hour and a half. So yeah. Generally speaking, for everybody that don't know, this is the time we used to generally go live about 9:30, 9:20, pardon me. So now is usually when the flood comes through the floodgates and our numbers should be going up higher. Could everybody hit that like button on the way in? We can go over everything that we was talking about. I should do a recap, right? Should I do a recap? Drop it in the chat if you think I should do a recap. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. All right, let's do a quick recap. All right, so this particular video is about the shenanigans of your man Charleston White, and also we've been doing a Trump video. So first on the Charleston White, we're gonna go over this real quick. Charleston White just recently had a situation where he hit a dude in the head with a pig sticker. Dude got cut. Basically, one of the things that we were discussing is that we have a mental health issue going on in America, where people really think that if they see you on the internet, they can just decide that if they see you in real life, you have some obligation to fight them. Like, people really think, and this is a big mental health problem. People really think that Charleston White has an obligation to fight them when they see him in the street. And people really think, yo, I seen that guy on the internet. I don't like that guy. We gotta fight nows. That's crazy. Anybody that think that's crazy, put it in the chat. I think that that's a mental health issue. Like, that doesn't make any sense. That's one. Two, Charleston White already told y'all he doesn't travel anywhere where he isn't allowed to have some weapon for protection. And he keeps said weapon on him at all times. And he's going to get to his weapon before you can get to him. These are just facts. Also, apparently Charleston White just posted this recently. I don't know when he posted it.
TSL, the titty, sissy, just got they mace too. I'm going mace crazy in the minute. I just maced the whole TSL crew. Sauce walking all the TSL, the titty, sissy, just got they mace too. I'm going mace crazy in the minute. I just maced the whole TSL crew. Sauce walking all the.
So that's what he's up to. Now, I don't know why he made Sauce Walker. I just want to be clear on this. I'm not speaking on that particular situation because I have no idea why he made Paul Walker. Paul Walker. Sauce Walker. But the other dude that he saw and he hit in the head with the pig sticker. Basically, the pig sticker is like, it's attached to like a knife, and it has a pokey end on each side, and it's used in order to be able to like drain the pig's blood. Yeah, so he had one of those, and he hitting dude over the head with it like this. So dude didn't know that it have like a knife. It's a sticky, it's a sharp edge there. So he's hitting dude over the head. Dude just think he hitting him like that, but he actually cutting his head open. So yeah, dude got what he asked for. Stop running up on people. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Why can't this person that's minding their business go about their business? How in the hell are you seeing somebody on the internet in this side, and if you see them in real life, you're gonna have a beef with them? Like, what in the hell is wrong with you? Like, it's become popular to have mental health issues. And it's become popular to hate the people that the people with mental health issues are attacking. It's become popular. So if somebody got a mental health issue and they attack a person, it's become popular to pretend like that mental health issue don't exist and to be okay with the individual being attacked. And if the individual being attacked got an issue with it, well, that person, something's wrong with them. They like, it's like mass hypnosis, fam. It's like mass hypnosis. It's crazy. It don't make sense. People really think Charleston White is supposed to just fight them, not go about his day, not handle the shit that's his business. They really think, and people like Charleston White, shit, there's people that think that I'm supposed to stop everything that I'm doing and fight them because they got a situation going on in their brain. Because I don't know them. They can't have a situation going on with me. I don't know them. They just got a situation going on in their own brain. And because of the situation they got going on in their own brain, now they got a problem with me. And somehow that's my issue. It's not my issue, fam. It's going to be you and the police issue. It's not my issue. I am not going to be the one it's not going to be my issue. It's going to be you and the police issue. That's who issue it's going to be. It's not going to be my issue. Period. I don't care what nobody think about that. God didn't make me thinking, oh man, I can't wait for Jack Frost to get to this particular age so he could fight all of these random people for no reason whatsoever. That's my whole purpose for making Jack. I just want to put him on the world to fight these random people for no reason. I don't know what to tell you, fam. Also, as far as the Trump situation goes, what do you think about the fact that Biden said this?
Joe Biden said this. Watch Joe Biden declare the police right now just don't pull over white people somehow. Watch. If I were your daughter, what advice would you give me the next time I am stopped by the police? If you're my daughter, you'd be a Caucasian girl that wouldn't be pulled over. Oh my gosh. Did he just say that? I was feeling hard to believe that. Did he just say? Are we?
That's the President of the United States answering a prepared question, but first throwing the police under the bus. I'm going to tell you something. I have a relative, my oldest brother. He does this. This is another reason why I just don't trust him. So he can't never say anything nice about me, never, without first telling me negative fucking fuck shit about what he thinks that he think. So let's say we're somewhere around some random people and they're complimenting me. He's going to say, yeah, that's true. But he got to then start pointing out shit that, might not even be true, that he think that I'm wrong about. So those people don't have the right to think positively about me. You understand? So that's what Joe Biden just did. Joe Biden made sure that before he said the complimentary thing, he attacked the entire organization first. No, my daughter wouldn't get pulled over. She's Caucasian. My daughter wouldn't get pulled over. She's Caucasian. Not my daughter wouldn't get pulled over. She knows better. But then she would still get pulled over. So that whole my daughter wouldn't get pulled over shouldn't even been said. Because you're either trying to say, nah, police are racist and they're just going after black people. And you cannot say that if you're the president. That's not something that you could say, because those police officers, you're supposed to care about them also. Those police officers, their welfare is important. So you're supposed to care about those police officers. So you're not allowed to say that. So for all the people saying, well, he's not saying anything racist, he's saying something that's factual, you don't understand. What up, Ken Thompson? For all the people that's saying that, you don't understand diplomacy. He's not allowed to say that. He's not allowed. Because understand, he's not just saying police in this city, police in this state. He's saying police in general. He's not allowed to do that. He's not even, first of all, he should have held, first of all, her question should have had pushback. That's first and foremost. There should have been pushback on that question. Well, we can't put everybody into the same bucket. You know, some people belong in this bucket, some people belong in that bucket, some people belong in that bucket. All of us as a person, as a community, as a nation, we all have a lot of growing to still do. Our nation is currently in a spiritual uprising. People are changing their minds about philosophies that have been held generationally in families, and have been coming to a new way of accepting the reality that we currently call America. So to say that, this problem with getting pulled over based on your race is a universal police issue, I would want to say that there is probably mechanisms that are in place currently that cause for some individuals to experience being pulled over for invalid reasons more than others, and that is what needs to be confronted. Not all police officers, but we need to make sure that we're maintaining our relations with the community in such a manner where individuals aren't using the authority in which they have in order to oppress different aspects of our nation that we live in. So no, you can't just throw police under the bus. And if you want to admit that they are police officers that might be going outside of the boundaries of what their the expectations of their jobs is, then you must also speak on that. We're not giving a cookie cutter answer. We don't have a pre-prepared answer. So don't tell me that he couldn't have spoke better. Don't tell me that he couldn't have, took a second, thought about her question. Tada said that's wild even for Sleepy Joe. Did he think it was funny? I have no idea. I think that he was just in a moment, and I think he just got stuck in whenever we say something good, we're also going to say something bad. And whenever we say something bad, we're also going to say something good. I think he got stuck in that. Not every conversation is for that. You understand? Not every conversation is for that. Sometimes you just got to tell people the way they effed up. Sometimes you just got to tell people the way that they won. Not every conversation is for that. I think the manner in which he even presented the answer wasn't acceptable for somebody who was supposed to be the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Not commander-in-chief, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. I think that was just irresponsible. I think that you can't speak that way. There's people that work in your freaking government. There's people that work in your government right now that are doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. And you don't hold them accountable. But you want to hold, and you don't say your whole government. If you were to hold them accountable, you're going to say, it's not my entire administration, it's that one person. So could we give police, fire department, ACS, FBI, CIA, whatever organization, could we give them that expectation of that respect whenever we find somebody duly associated with the criminal activity or with something that they shouldn't be associated with, instead of just paintbrushing the whole entire group of individuals that might fall under this occupation? I don't think it's fair. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. It's just my opinion. Put it in the chat. I think that too often, and this happens to us, people decide that because you dress a certain way, look a certain way, conduct yourself in a certain manner, that you're open to other things. I'm going to say something that's real quick, and this is the thing that guys don't get sometimes. Every chick is a whore for the right man. That man might be her husband, though. Might not be you. So think about that when you're thinking about how people deal with you and don't deal with you. People deal with you how they want to deal with you. Think about that. All right? People deal with you how they want to deal with you, fam. So the fact that you got our democratic government that's currently in power not really doing anything to help the black community, but when they run for re-election, they're going to be talking about how the black community has to vote for them for this reason and for that reason, when while they were actually in office, they didn't do anything for us. They helped everyone else. Every time I see a black person throwing up reasons that they have to vote for Biden, I just be sitting there. This is just me. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but I literally be sitting there thinking to myself, what the hell could Biden have done to earn this unwavering support? Like, what has he done? Like, that's all I'm asking. I just want to know, what has he done? I mean, maybe he deserves this unyielding support for his platform. Maybe he does. I just don't know what it is. I really would like to know. This isn't, I'm not being facetious. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not trying to lure anyone into a trap. I'm just, it's an honest curiosity. If you're just going to vote for him because you don't want to vote for Trump, then I got to assume that you don't like black people. Because the shit that Trump puts into effect literally helps every American at every level. And the proof of that is when he was in office, our economy was through the roof. That's a factual statement. Yes, Dr. Martin Luther King was actually a Republican, so it's not that far back that we were all Republicans. After Dr. Martin Luther King passed away and they started pushing that Planned Parenthood, that's when black people started becoming Democrats. Go look it up. I don't got to lie, fam. Historically, we've always been Republicans until the 70s. Abraham Lincoln, Republican. One of our worst presidents ever before Biden was Jimmy Carter, Democrat. When was he first elected? In the 70s. When black people first started becoming Democrats. That's when Jimmy Carter was elected, right? Somebody go look it up. Late 60s, early 70s? I believe Jimmy Carter was the president before Reagan, so that's going to be mid-70s he was elected, right? It was Nixon and then Jimmy Carter, correct? It was Nixon. Nixon gets impeached. Somebody takes his spot. I don't know who it was. I can't remember. Right? I don't know. I could my American history, my American presidential history could be a little mixed up, but it was definitely Jimmy Carter before Reagan. I think. Somebody go find out. I'm curious. Ford. Boom. Thank you. Shout out to Ganju Roach. Salute. Then Carter. Thank you. Appreciate you. It was Ford, then Carter, then Reagan. Right? Did Ford take over for fucking Nixon? That's the question. Ah, see how appreciate you. Salute. Ganju Roach in the house. It's political. That's all offer and then forgot. I'm not sure what that means. But yeah, Jimmy Carter was like the worst president. That guy was terrible. But back to what we're talking about this shit. So I want to know, what has Biden done? Because we have 71 people in the room currently, 72 people. There has to be somebody who plans on voting for Biden. 73. I would like to know, what has Biden done? And I'm not trying to argue with you. I would just like to be a little bit more informed. What has Biden done that was worthy of you saying, you know what, I'm still voting for him? I'm curious, especially if you're of melanated descent. I'm curious. Because I want to know. Because whenever I hear somebody say they're going to vote for Biden, I keep hearing they don't want to vote for. Okay, but what if Biden ain't going up against Trump? What if Biden is going up against somebody else? You just voted him as the Democratic candidate. And now he's going against somebody other than Trump. So now who do you vote for? I'm here, I'm listening. If I'm explaining how just voting for Biden over Trump because you don't like Trump makes no damn sense, it's literally on purpose. I'm gonna throw this little bit of tiny bit of coffee into the microwave. Be right back. A little bit. Not enough heat coming off of it. Right? There we go. I'm here, I'm listening. People always tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, but then when I say what part of I'm talking, I don't know what I'm talking about, they don't have no answers, right? And then we'll do like 5-6 shows. And then I'll say something where I might not have the information 100%. And then they'll say, see, Jack don't never know what he's talking about. That's why I'll be over here like, how, nigga? I'm talking about a thing really important right now. Explain to me how I don't know what I'm talking about. Ruby Reed says people need to come off of autopilot when voting and voting for the person that does well by them. Vote for whoever benefits your household. That's who you vote for. Stop voting for whoever the incumbent is just because they're an incumbent. Stop voting for the person who's already in the position just because they're already in the position and you're scared of change. Vote in the person who helps your household. Period. Whoever that individual might be. I don't care what color they are. I don't care about none of that. Unless they openly is like they worship the devil. Unless they openly saying they do shit like that. Consider them. Consider them. I've had a couple of politicians reach out to me and tell me that they would give me time. Local politicians. We need to get a spot where we could do interviews. As soon as we get our shit set up to a spot where we could do interviews, I'm going to reach out to some of these local politicians and see how possible it is. We just need a spot where we could do interviews at. And then we're going to reach out to some of these local politicians and ask them real questions. It's kind of dope being Jack. I ain't gonna lie. It's like people know that you're talented and they watch you be talented. They just don't know if you're gonna use the talents the way that they want you to. But they're willing to take a chance. They're willing to take a chance though. They be like, no, I'm not. I don't know about interviewing the mayor. But I mean, I could just show up at a press conference and ask some questions, or I could just show up at a press conference. Find out when the next press conference he's going to be having. If somebody could shoot me when he's going to be having a press conference, at least give me like 2 hours before the press conference is going to happen, and we try to show up. We could do that. We show up at a press conference and yell out a fucking question. Those things are all possible. I don't be knowing what y'all want me to do. Because, like, right now, we talking about politics. We got a good number of people in here. We had somebody support a little, support very well. We appreciate it. No way am I trying to poo-poo the support. But I'm saying, like, but I don't know what y'all really be wanting me to talk about. I know that we have people who are interested in lots of different things. I just don't always know what y'all would prefer I focus on. That's why we got to get our computer and everything back up, so I could focus on more things. I think that when we're able to do that, when I could just drop a 10-minute political video, drop a 10-minute hip-hop video, drop a 10-minute public relations video, I think that's much better. You know what I'm saying? That works better. It works better for me. I think it works better for you guys too. Then you don't got to wait here for the whole fucking live. And also, when you come to the live, you're more informed of the things in which I think. I think those are always beneficial. That way, when the idiots come in and try to say, Jack, you wrong about this, Jack, you wrong about that, I have people caught up in the way in which I personally think, and it might give them a better position to be able to be like, get out of here, you weirdos. Maybe I might be wrong. Who knows? And in those instances, people will be able to bring me the correct information for me to be able to digest. Because I'm not going to just believe that I'm wrong because you don't believe me. That don't make sense. So any random person could just walk up to me and say, yo, Jack, you're wrong. And I'm supposed to say, you know what? I am. Like, what kind of sense does that make? It don't even make sense. That's like random people just wanting to fight you for no reason. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what's hell? God, I just need for somebody to explain to me what's wrong with these people that really think that they're just supposed to be fighting you for random reasons. What's wrong with them? Can somebody please explain this shit to me? Like, even me. Like, what's wrong with these people that when I go places, they really think that they're supposed to have some kind of bullshit ass negative interaction with me? Like, they're going out of their way to, like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you can choose this moment to have a positive interaction with me, but instead you choose this moment to have a negative interaction and then try to carry on like I'm supposed to be a part of the joke. Y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Y'all think we should take a step outside? Maybe I'll take a step outside. Y'all want to go outside? I'm looking at the outside. It looks like it's going to be raining. I ain't even going to lie. The sky looks like crap. Which way is this? The clouds moving. I can't tell right now. They don't even barely look like they are shit. All right, so it looked like it's coming, not going. It looks like the clouds are arriving. The shadowy cloud. What's up? What do y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Y'all want to head outside? I don't know. I'm kind of up for going outside, and I'm also kind of not up for going outside. What up, eyes? I'm up for going outside, but kind of not up for going outside. I don't know. Should I go outside? I don't know. I'm kind of up for it. I'm kind of not up for it also. It's a toss-up. Because I go outside, I got to put on socks and shoes. Go outside, I got to put on socks and shoes. Remember, the devil is always trying to play the victim. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Was anybody in here when I went to that? The devil was always trying to play the victim. I'm going to give you a perfect example. I recently had a cat that I hadn't talked to in a while write me saying I'm not trying to be funny and ask the question. The answer, and he didn't like what I said, and he went to being a clown. Of course, he meant to offend you. What are you talking about? He meant to offend you. He meant to offend you. You didn't give him the energy that he wanted. So yeah, of course he got angry. What are you talking about? Dude, there's people that's gonna say I was bullying the fast food worker in that store that was trying to disrespect me. Remember we was just at Popeyes a while back, a couple of days ago, and the dude in Popeyes was trying to disrespect me. He took some phone call on the phone, and then they start talking crazy about me. Remember that guy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's people trying to say that I'm trying to bully that guy. Because they believe that that guy has the right to disrespect me, and I have to accept it. You understand? Because they want me to accept people disrespecting me. So they're going to send as many people as possible to disrespect me. And they're going to say anytime I don't accept the disrespect that I'm doing something wrong. You understand? That's how Satan works. He needs me to allow for people to disrespect me, to just live a life where I'm cool with this person disrespecting me for no reason because I ain't did nothing to him. I'm cool with that person disrespecting me for no reason. I didn't do nothing to him. And anytime you don't accept that disrespect, Satan now wants to shame you and treat you like you did something wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You just don't feel like God is telling you that you're more than the thing that those people are telling you you are. And you believe God, you don't believe them. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. Remember, the easiest way for Satan to get you to agree with him nowadays is to get you to laugh at shit that's not funny. You don't even know you making a contract. Y'all niggas be making contracts with Satan. Don't even know it. Y'all busy thinking y'all just laughing at some shit, but in reality, you laughing at it's an important thing. Like you laughing at something that's not supposed to be a thing you laugh at. Y'all don't even know. Y'all just making contracts with Satan left and right. In any regard, what else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Charleston White didn't stab that dude, and that dude got everything he asking for. And I think that we need, and this is a sad thing that's going to be said, but I think that we need a couple of those people that's running up on people to really get hurt bad, so people just stop doing that stupid shit. You should be able to be on social media and walk around and not have random people want to run up to you and have altercations with you. So I personally think that we need a situation to happen, not with Charleston White specifically, but we need a situation to happen where somebody gets seriously injured, so people just stop doing that. Like, we need for that to happen. A person gets seriously injured, and then the law say we don't want to prosecute. That's basically what just happened in the situation that happened with Little Tim. That's the part y'all don't get. That's literally what happened with the Little Tim situation. We're not going to allow for somebody to run up on you and you get into an altercation with them, and then you use what the local authorities say is adequate protection of yourself or another person, and then now we're going to put you in jail. That don't make sense. That's backwards. So that's basically the Little Tim situation. So I can't, I know that we're going to need for it to be a situation where it's just like a regular blogger or something, and then maybe they do it, maybe somebody else do it, but, an individual who is just harassing them gets like hurt bad, I think, and then no consequences from the police happen. We're going to need that. When that happens, probably 2 or 3 times, then people are going to stop running up on people for no reason. We literally need for that to happen. That's just an opinion of mine. I think situations like that are happening. It's just not happening to big enough people. You understand? I think there are people that are getting killed. I think when these little kids is running up on each other and shooting each other in the street, what are we hearing this from? Social media. People are saying, oh, they're just doing it. No, adults is doing the same thing. Adults is running up on people and killing them over social media. It's happening all the time. And y'all stay going to these pages that don't do anything but talk about hate. Y'all still be a part of these communities that go on people's page and just hate. Y'all literally aren't pulling the trigger, but y'all pulling the trigger on a lot of these people, even the people that you're not even a part of harassing, because you're a part of that culture. You understand? But, I don't expect people to get it, especially the people that are doing it. I don't expect them to get it. Satan's already blinded you. You're not going to stop doing what you're doing. If you try to stop, Satan is going to come tell you there's no redemption. So you don't look for redemption. You understand? Satan is going to say you can't be redeemed. Satan is going to say there's no way for the Lord to allow you back into his graces. What happened when dude tried to pull up into the chat? Satan came immediately. Came to own that soul. Yo, you be over there in the other chat talking crazy about Jack. Satan pulled up immediately. He owned you. Anything else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Satan owned you. Whole grown man. I've seen this dude in real life. He's like super big, man, buff. The dude looked like he could like bench like 300, 350 maybe. But Satan owned him now. When he tried to pull up into the chat, Satan came and owned his soul. Nigga ain't coming again. I didn't say nothing negative to him. I didn't run him off. Satan owns him, owns his soul. Y'all just don't understand how that works. We got 81 people in here. Anybody want to comment or anything? If we don't have no comments or nothing, I've already had the conversation. I'll stay on if we gotta have a little bit of back and forth. If not, I'm probably gonna let y'all go. I think that Charleston White didn't stab him also. Oh, I want to mention the Blueface thing. Charleston White also didn't stab him. He hit him with the pig sticker. He didn't necessarily stab him. That situation that happened with Blueface, I've been thinking about something. Blueface probably expected the dude to put his hands up, because they were in a gym that was probably a boxing gym. So maybe Blueface expected for dude to put his hands up and fight him. And if that's what he expected them to do, Blueface, you stupid, and dude is a whole sucker. Because once dude grabbed you, you assed out. You got on boxing gloves. There ain't shit you could do but swing. So once he grabbed you and flipped you, you in trouble. You might not even be able to get up off the fucking floor. So dude is about to get in trouble for stabbing Blueface, when if he probably would have just thought to himself for 2 seconds, he probably wouldn't even have stabbed him. Another situation, you just in public doing what I think they said Blueface tried to bang his girl or banged his girl or something. So, you know, y'all niggas is weirdos. Y'all niggas is weird. Like, y'all get to the money and then y'all want to bang everything. Like, you already to the money, fam. You might as well just get yourself a shorty and y'all just work on multiplying that shit. Like, if you get an extra girl or another wife, I'm not saying an extra girl because I'm not talking about the way that y'all do polygamy now where everybody's sleeping together. I'm not talking about that. You know, you could have 2 wives that they also ain't banging, fam. I don't know why y'all try to get 2 wives all the time. I guess that's the only way to do it now. I guess unless you get 2 wives that's banging each other, I guess it's like almost impossible to get 2 women now. So I guess like that's niggas is just giving into that. But nah, man. I mean, anyway, in any regard, get freaking money, and the first thing y'all do is just thinking about is banging all the hoes, and I don't get it. If you want promotion, you got to hit me in my DM. Period. If you asking me what am I saying about anything on promotion on here, I'm not gonna freaking respond. And if you ask me more than once, I'm gonna assume that you just trolling. You can DM me. If you want to troll me though and get kicked, you can just keep asking, and I just I understand. Fuck it, right? Well, we have a lot of people with mental health disorders. People really dedicate portions of their lives to trolling other people, to harassing, dedicate portions of their lives. Like, imagine living 6 and 7 years and you sitting down talking with your friends, talking about what y'all do on a daily basis. And one of the things that you have to talk about is how you're harassing a whole nother man. Just think about that for 1 minute. You sitting down with your family, with your grandkids like this, and y'all all sitting around talking, and your stories have to deal with how you was, for 10 years of your life harassing some nigga on the internet. Just think about that for a moment. You was just part of a community that harassed some nigga for 10 years, 20 years on the internet. That's gonna be your life's mission. Like when you go pass away, what they engrave on your tombstone. Because you ain't really did nothing else with your whole entire life but harass some nigga on the internet. Just saying. Open Eyes says almost 100 people in here. Let's go. Share and like the MF and live stream. Yeah, share and like it. Yeah, share and like the live stream. What up, WPIP Media? He says this so. I'm just doing what we're doing over here. If anybody if anybody is like the content that we're doing today, you could pull up to the super chat, the Cash App, or the PayPal, or you could go cop some merch. We have a merch store. Currently, we have a piece of merch pinned. We have our, I don't know what's pinned right now. I gotta go check it. Hold on. I'm trying to hit the button. It's not popping up. All right, it's not showing me what we have pinned. I hope I pinned something. Cause somebody tell me what we have pinned. Go cop that. And if y'all just want to step outside, if y'all trying to send me to go buy muffins or coffee or something from the store, I don't want no more coffee. If y'all sending me to go buy muffins or something from the store because y'all want to go for a quick walk, y'all can always pull up to the Cash App or the PayPal, and we'll go for a walk. I'm down to walk for muffins I haven't had White Castle in a long time, so if y'all want to walk the White Castle, that's like a mile and a half away. The muffins like 250 or some shit. I watch. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that weirdo channel. I appreciate you, Oz. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about those weirdos. A muffin's like 250 or some shit like that. If y'all want me to go walk all the way to the White Castle and pick up some burgers, I'll go do that. I'm just saying shit I'm ready to go do. If y'all want me to walk to Cinnabon, I'll do that. These are like 2.5 mile walks, by the way. White Castle, like, pardon me, White Castle is about a mile and a half away. So that means that that's 3 miles. We're gonna be outside. So that means that the live is probably that's gonna take me. I don't know how long that's gonna take me. Probably take me. I'm in a mosey. I'm not gonna walk that fast. So it's probably take me like that adds 2 hours to the live, maybe. Going to White Castle probably adds an hour and a half, 2 hours to the live. Something like that. And my charge is all the way charged, so we shouldn't have a problem with battery life. Charger. That's when I walk to the store, that's what we do. We go interact with the community that way. Sometimes I be exhausted, fam, and I don't really be wanting to go outside. I be mentally exhausted, fam. You gotta understand, man. When I go outside, they still got these people around here that follow me around just to harass me, fam. Like I still gotta deal with that. Man. Sometimes I just be exhausted. That you just be that, be exhausted. People be thinking I be in a bad mood. I don't even be in a bad mood. I just be exhausted, man. Somebody just sent a drop. I'm assuming this is for the muffin. Shout out to, I think that's Ken Thompson with the $5 drop. Shout out to Ken Thompson with the $5 drop. If y'all throw 5 more on top of that, we'll walk the White Castle. What y'all want to do? You drop 5 more on that, we'll walk the White Castle. You drop 10 more on that, we'll walk the White Castle. That's a long walk. What y'all want to do? Other than that, I'm just going to go get the blueberry muffin. Let me throw in some socks. Y'all can decide what we want to do while we doing that. I got throwing socks. I don't walk around with socks on, man. Like, I don't never want to be that dude where I go to somebody's crib, I got to take my shoes off and my feet stink. We ain't never doing that, fam. I generally also usually keep in the crib. I don't have one here, but before I started moving around, I generally keep one of them foot massage or water things in the crib also. Like, we're not playing with it, fam. Never gonna forget, man, being a kid, having people come over to your crib or you going over to people's crib or some shit like that. Niggas take their shoes off and it's like, not you, I'm not me. You know, other people might take their shoes off and it's like, oh Lord, how did this happen? Feet be crazy, fam. I remember being a kid. The dude came and the dude in the supermarket tried to start some shit with me. Some tall old dude. Look, I think he might have been a drug addict. He tried to start some shit with me. Remember yesterday when the dude started trying to pretend like I wasn't online? So he was trying to start a situation with me and I just backed up and let him have it. That's because people, I keep trying to tell you, every time I go to that supermarket, even forget the people, I'm not talking about the owners. I'm not talking about the people that own the supermarket at this point. I'm not talking about the people that work there or the owners. People see me going to the supermarket. They come in the supermarket to harass me. Keep telling y'all that. So the dude walked in the supermarket, started eating corn chips, put a mat of them shits in my mouth, in his mouth, in his mouth, pause, and then walked over to me dumb close to talk to me about what line I'm on. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? He was trying to start a situation with me. So what did I do? I backed up. That's what I keep trying to explain. Like, they really just following me around, fam. They weirdos. They just really got niggas following me around. Like, this is really a thing that goes on. I'm not talking about the people that run the Key Food. I'm not talking about none of the workers. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm just talking about they're just people in the neighborhood. I think they from some mostly drug addicts. They just follow me around, man. Watch when we go outside. I'm gonna point some of them out. That's why most of the time when I go in the supermarket now, I bring headphones. I'm not even capping. Hold on, let me show you. Most of the time when I go to the supermarket, whenever you see me with these on, I'm probably going to the supermarket. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all think I'm capping. Oh, wait, somebody just dropped something. I think when I walked away, I heard it from a question. I don't know who this is. I'm going to say JW. Shout out to JW with the $10 drop. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. Let's walk to White Castle. I'll get me a burger or two from over there. We go for a nice long walk. Y'all like that? We go for a nice long walk and shit. Just chop it up and talk our piece. Maybe we walk one of those times. Maybe we walk back on the boardwalk or something. I don't know. Maybe we walk there on the boardwalk. I don't know. Trying to tell you, they be following me around, man. They follow me around, fucking just create whatever kind of weirdo ass problem, and then they play victim. That's why I don't. That's why I don't be want to talk to nobody. Wait, can I wear a sweater? I don't know. I'm warm enough to wear a sweater. I was hoping I had to wear a sweater. It's not warm enough. Sheesh. But I told you, y'all, I was on the live. Y'all saw me on the live. Just so I could be clear, y'all literally saw me on the live, standing on the line. A person walked up to me and tried to pretend that I was not on the line, that they had no idea, and tried to get into some kind of weirdo back and forth with me. And we have somebody in the chat right now basically saying that I started that problem. I just want y'all to understand this. I just wanted to be clear on that. I just thought that was something that I wanted y'all to understand just happened. Like, really, like, just happened. So even though y'all were all in the live with me yesterday, so even though the live is currently still available, so even though we know the live is still available, even though we know some of y'all was there in there with me, y'all saw exactly what happened. There's still a person saying that I was wrong. Sheesh, fam. Satan never quits working. I tell you, man, we just avoiding people, man. It's not no hate. I don't mean no hate. I don't mean no harm towards anybody or anything. I just say, you know what? It seems like this is one of those days that people are just assholes. So I just gonna avoid everybody. Fuck it. I'd be like, whoop, today's the day. Everybody's just jerks. I'm just gonna avoid everybody. I'm staying home. I don't really care for these problems. I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't want to go back and forth with nobody. I don't want to say anything not nice. Ever. Come on. Ever. I never want to say things that aren't nice. Let's walk. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We got 81 people in here, man. Hit that like button. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm in a halfway decent mood. Pardon me. I'm in a halfway decent mood. Alright? What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We got 37 likes, man. We could get the 40. We could get the 40. That shit was crazy. That shit in the supermarket yesterday was bananas, though. Like, that nigga really, he wasn't even on the line when he was asking. Like, I was literally on the line. Pardon me. And he just came, stood dead in my face, and then said, oh, I didn't know you was on the line. I said, oh, man, he trying to start a fight. I said, I'm out of here. This ain't that important, fam. I could wait one person. Like, this is not that important, fam. I was like, nope, this is not that important. I can wait one person. You do you. Oh, I thought he finished making his change to his top. Oh, he's changing the brake pad. Huh. I used to date this chick in another state, in Tennessee specifically. And I remember, good morning.
Good morning,
How you doing?
Good to see you, brother.
It's always a pleasure.
As always.
Enjoy.
Same here, brother. Thank you.
I used to date this chick, and he's dope. That guy right there, he's dope. They're always so polite to me. So I'll be trying not to, like, overstay my welcome. Him and his wife. Dope people. Black guy. Patient, I believe. Fucking dope. Him and his wife. I just be thinking I'll be in the way and shit. So I say what's up. I keep it pushing so people can get back to whatever it is that they doing. Feel me? Or I don't get in nobody's way. Anyway, we gonna make this war. White Castles over here. What's up, my brother? We're gonna go get ourselves some White Castles over here. That shit was funny though. But that's how it is. Like, people come start some shit with me, and then and then they be like, and then no matter how I respond, I'm doing something crazy. So I just walk away. All right. I like this weather. This is my favorite weather to play basketball in, by the way. When the sky look like this, but it's not warm, it's not cold, it's a little breezy, you know. So therefore, you have to have a real jump shot. You know, when it's a little breezy, you got to have a real jump shot. You can't have a fake jump shot. Your jump shot got to be real. So I like it when it's a little breezy. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm already doing all of this walking. What y'all want to go in on? Put it in the chat. talk about Trump still. We can talk about that Charleston White situation. Oh, homie. We can talk about shit, music. Morning, my brother. How you doing today?
Yo, what up, man?
Regular. All right.
Top of the top.
All right.
Good, yo, wait
Talk.
up.
What's up, my brother? What's up, family?
What's up, man?
How you doing this morning? Good?
All right? Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
Okay.
Hey, y'all playing basketball today? Hello? Y'all playing basketball today?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to be out there. Yeah, you got to learn how to... Exactly. So, I grew up playing in a very, very windy place. Fucking... behind Yankee Stadium. So the way Yankee Stadium was built, the wind goes around the stadium like that. You know, because there's like a lot of open space around Yankee Stadium. It's probably like that around most stadiums. What the fuck do I know? But the old Yankee Stadium, it used to be really windy, so the wind blow like crazy. So there'll just be days that you just can't shoot a jump shot. That's just what it is. Nobody's shooting jump shots today. You just gotta go to the rack, or you just can't play. It's just what it was. Morning. So you just had to know how to dribble, man. I think that's why a lot of the best Bronx players got handled. Also, Kareem Reed. Remember the dude name I was trying to remember? It was Kareem Reed. Shout out to Kareem Reed. That's the dude name I was trying to remember. That was the basketball player. He used to kill in Rucker. Like, there was like a good 2-year span where Kareem Reed was like the man in Rucker. But yeah, Kareem Reed, he's from over there in the Burnside area. At least he used to hang out over there. Trying to tell you, I've been around these niggas forever, fam. This is no cap. If you go speak to certain dudes, they'll tell you. Like, nah, we know who that dude is. They probably just know me by a different name. But if you show them my picture, or if you tell them by the name they know me, fam. I'm gonna tell you the funniest shit. So I go to the old timers game to go play in my old hood. When I signed the thing, I signed Jack Frost. I'm Jack Frost. So when I get there, I think that most of them know me by Spreewell. They don't even know me by Spreewell, fam. They know me by Psycho Bob. So I get there, everybody calling me Psycho Bob. I was expecting people to call me Spreewell. And then, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, oh nah, those niggas. It's those niggas. Okay, copy. Hey, my people too. What up, D Candy, man? Fam, I didn't even know I knew the Don Diva guy. But I know the Don Diva guy. Shout out to Cavario. And I been knew the nigga, like, been knew him. I knew him when Don Diva was a thing. Pardon me. I been knew this guy. I'm not that nigga. Like, I'm not riding nobody's dick. I'm not that dude. I'm not trying to clout chase. I'm not that dude. So I'm not out here really telling y'all who I know and don't know. I mean, almost everywhere that I go, people know me by a different name. I never tell nobody my name anyway. So you have to know somebody to know me. And that's how come I know who you know me by what you call me. Just real talk. You got to know somebody to know me. So that's how come I know who you know me by. So when a person walk up on me and they know me, I know where they know me from. What's up, my brothers? How y'all doing?
For that, you don't need us. You don't need company.
Bless. Pardon me. All right. Yeah. I just realized. Morning. I just realized I gotta be very careful. But yeah. So that's how come I know where I know people from. So if I see you in the street somewhere, like let's say, and this has happened, let's say I'm not in New York City. I see you in the street somewhere and we in, I don't want to say where it happened at, but it happened to quite a few. Well, we just in another city. And then you call me a thing I know you from. So I don't never tell nobody what my name is. I let people call me whatever they call me. Or if you know somebody that know me, that's what you call me. You understand? There's people that walk up on me and call me some shit that the niggas I really don't fuck with call me. So now I know not to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what it is, fam. There's places that the niggas don't have a name to call me. You understand? They don't have a name. They just all know me. Don't got a name. They just come up with whatever the hell they decide to, they start yelling at me and I turn around. And then that's what they call me. I don't got no problem with it. As long as it ain't no weirdo shit, I'm not gonna fucking turn around. I know a lot of people, fam. I promise you, there's people that you look up to that know me personally. I promise you. How often, this is some real shit. So we've been on the internet for how many years? How often have you seen me go places and people know me? And it don't always even be because we on the internet. Sometimes they just know me, like personally. How often do you see that happen? It happens a lot. Why do you think them first certain people was gravitating to me the way they were? Niggas went out, asked people about me and was like, oh shit, this guy's really a dude that, how he been staying so low? We got walk fast. They be like, how he be staying so low? Hey, what's up there, Q? We got 70 people in here. Hit that like button. We got 75 people in here. Hit that like button. All right, what's up, my brother? I'm just saying, we keep going places and doing things. And when we going places and doing things, people keep knowing us. And a lot of times, they don't even know us from being Jack Frost. They know us from before we was even on the internet. These are facts, man. These are facts. This is no cap. And a lot of these people be street niggas. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. A lot of these niggas be known street niggas. Known street niggas. Not just random street niggas. I'm just saying. Y'all really be, they'll really have you hating the wrong one if you're not paying attention. Some people stop their own motion and don't even know it. I'm not gonna call their name. I'm gonna be quiet. Some of y'all literally only had motion because y'all was associated with me. I'm not even being a dick. I'm not even being a dick. You just didn't know that. Hell, I didn't know it. So I'm not even gonna act like this is something that I knew. I didn't know it. A couple of y'all lost y'all motion. Because y'all thought y'all was making me valid. I was making you valid to the money. You just didn't know. I didn't know. That's the main reason why I'm not even gonna say nothing. Like if I would have knew beforehand, I ain't gonna lie. I might throw it out there. Da. You fucked yourself up. Boom. You should have knew. It was obvious, but it wasn't obvious. So I can't say it was obvious. You feel me? I had no idea. But yeah, a couple of y'all fucked y'all own bags up. 2 people specifically. I'm not gonna call no names though. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, Charleston White had dude leaking. Dude, he deserved it. What the fuck are you running up on somebody? This is all a mental health problem, fam. So you see a dude on social media, you don't like him. So if you see him in real life, you gonna run up on him? What kind of weirdo shit is that, fam? This is all beta male shit. It's beta male shit, fam. Real men just don't allow certain shit in their circumference without speaking on it. Y'all letting these women make y'all believe that real men allow everything to happen. So now men ain't even checking men right. You understand? Dude was out there trying to check Charleston White Charleston White, when in reality, his boys were supposed to check him. Like, what the fuck is you talking about, fam? We out here to have a good time and you want to chase this nigga down. That's mental health problems, fam. His boys were supposed to check him. He busy out here trying to check trust a nigga he don't even know over another nigga he don't even know. Most likely. Get out of here. Niggas be weirdos. I think it's just too much feminine energy, fam. Men can't be men nowadays. So men are just resorting to being women. Men are resorting to holding grudges. Men are resorting to stalking. Men are resorting to a whole bunch of this other shit that's been historically shit women do. And I'm not even trying to crap on women, by the way. I'm saying historically women have been known to be the manipulators. Tell me where the lies at. Now the men is out here trying to out manipulate the women. So, you know, shout out to you niggas. Tell me where the lies at, fam, if I say anything wrong. That shit's all beta male shit. You see some dude you seen on the internet. You don't like him, so now you want to fight him. That's beta male shit, fam. You see a nigga, you don't like him, so you want to talk about him all day. That's beta male shit, fam. I'm going to explain to you how beta male it is. You know in the animal kingdom, when one animal is over another animal, they don't even look at them? Let me just guess. This guy, I'm going to move to the side, and we're going to see if this guy moves to the side with me. Watch this. So we got this dude, he's walking towards us, right? Now I'm going to move to the side. Let's see if he moves to the side with us, right? Watch. Wait until he's directly in front of me. Now I'm going to move to the side. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I think I'm being paranoid, but that's generally what these fucking weirdos be doing. Not being paranoid. It's really this weirdo behavior out here. Anyway. So just explain to me. Yeah, I'm going to go get a couple of burgers. We're going to go to White Castle. Somebody dropped in. I said, if anybody drop more, we go get a couple of burgers from White Castle. You said burgers too, with 2 doughs. I guess I mean, I didn't think we needed both, but I guess I could use a snack. I probably double back around and get the blueberry muffin. I could get both. The initial, 2. Because the initial concept was you gave for the blueberry muffin. We're gonna go get the blueberry muffin, and if anybody wanted to upgrade it, which means that we're going to go walk longer, then we'll get the longer walk with the 2 burgers. That's longer with 2 burgers. You do know in order for somebody to have a mental breakdown, they have to first be sane, right? You know that if you're insane, you can't have a mental breakdown, right? You know that if you're crazy, you cannot have a mental breakdown, right? You literally have to be sane first in order to have a mental breakdown. You do understand this, right? I just want to throw that out there. So you can't accuse somebody of being crazy and also having a mental breakdown. A mental breakdown is basically saying that they're doing something other than what they would normally do. It's saying that this is outside of their normal pattern of behavior. You do understand? You don't understand this. Anyway, so that niggas is all those guys got mental health disorders, man. Just mental health disorders. That's what. They don't. If Trump was such a bad person, why do they need to constantly tell us Trump is a bad person? If somebody is constantly telling you this person's bad, that person's bad, that person's bad, that person's bad, there's a good chance that person is not as bad as they're saying they are, or bad at all. There's no reason for somebody to keep having to tell you that. Does somebody have to keep having to tell you that Tabasco sauce is hot? Or was it, you seen it, you tasted it, smelled it, said this is probably hot? Does somebody have to keep telling you every time Tabasco sauce come into your circumference that that's hot? Or did you already get the gist of it? But if it was not hot, they would have to keep telling you it's hot, right? Right? Just saying. I mean, generally speaking, black people across the nation is seeing this. Whether they're realizing that's the reason why they're changing their opinions from negative to positive about Trump or not. I believe that black people all over the nation is currently seeing this, and that's the reason in which why, whether it's something that is, whether they're cognizant of it or not, that they're starting to favor Trump in a lot of situations. Whether they're cognizant of it. They might not be cognizant of it. You know, they might be favoring Trump now in contrast with before, and not even be 100% sure why. They might not know why. They might just feel like there's something wrong, like this don't feel right. You can't take a person that has a conscience and convince them to do evil forever. You understand? You can't take a person that has a conscience and convince them to do things that a person that does not have a conscience would do, and then they never get the deal. Sooner or later, they're going to get it. They have a conscience. They're just either going to decide whether they want to stay on that road, you know, or, you know, whether now they're deciding to do different. That's the only difference, man. You said Kifu bought all the C-Town supermarkets in your area? Maybe Kifu bought all the damn C-Towns. I don't know. Oh, shoot, I need tissue. Maybe Kifu now owns C-Town. I don't know. Shout out to C-Town. That used to be the supermarket back in the day, I guess. I remember some C-Towns. I remember some Pioneers. Most of those companies just change names and shit. Sometimes they just get absorbed, but you know, sometimes they probably just trying to beat some kind of taxes or something. They just fake sell to somebody else and then change the name. I don't know. They do a whole bunch of things to hide from taxes. I don't know. Maybe they not hiding from taxes. Maybe they just really have to sell. Who the hell knows? Sometimes I think they do that. Like, bear with me for a minute. Sometimes I think a company will destroy it, go with make a whole nother name and whatnot. And the reason why they're doing that is strictly to get out of whatever contract they currently have. So they'll currently have a contract that they're trying to get out of, but they can't. So they'll just dissolve the company and fake buy it with a whole nother company that they own. So now they could get out of that fucking contract. Because, you know, they went bankrupt. Get it? So I think companies do that sometimes. So I think companies do that sometimes. What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. So who knows? C-Town is probably Kifu. We don't even know. That's the one thing I love about the fact that the way I walk, I don't make no sound. So basically, I grew up in a haunted house. So you know that time that I keep trying to tell y'all, I was like 8 and I lived alone. The house I lived in, people considered it to be haunted. And when I say people, I mean my actual relatives. I just want to be clear on this morning. I mean my actual relatives. So I had actual relatives that they believe my house is haunted, fam. This is not cat. Oh man. So yeah, I basically grew up in a haunted house and I lived alone. So I don't generally make any noise when I walk. I don't know what to tell you, fam. I'm telling you what it is. I remember shout out to I'm not gonna call their name, but shout out to 2 of my cousins that had came over this one time, right? They only came to my house one time, fam. So they came over to my house, morning. They came over to my crib, and they had a sleepover or whatever. 2 of my cousins, male cousins, right? So it was a 2-family home. So there was an upstairs and there was a downstairs, and it was actually separated from each other because we had a front porch that you walk into, and then when you walk into the front porch inside of the home, then there's 2 more doors. After a really big front porch, there's 2 more doors leading upstairs and one leading to the first level. So we lived on the first level. We really never went upstairs. So my cousins that came over, and they came over to spend the night or whatever the case was. So I tried to go upstairs with them niggas. First of all, we did see a rat. You can argue the size of the rat. I didn't live at the home no more. I had moved probably like a year earlier. Year 2 earlier, I had moved. And we still own the home though. So they had sold the home. And so we had went back there to get some things. And when we went back there to get some things, my cousins was going to stay over for that night or whatever. We was leaving in the morning. So we saw a rat. It's argued how large the rat was. Some of them say about the size of a chihuahua, but fat. So, you know, there's an argument on the size of the rat. In any regard, some of the relatives that was 100% sure that my house was haunted. And then I'm busy thinking to myself, these niggas can't stay in these niggas is running around like Scooby and Shag, fam. And I done lived here alone for like 5-6 years. Like about 4 or 5 years. I'm just thinking about that shit. Like these niggas is running around like Scooby and Shag, fam. Them niggas is jumping at every little thing. The shit really do look spooky now. Now that you motherfuckers mention it, part of my language, now that y'all mention it, it really do look spooky. I'm busy thinking this shit. And then I got a backyard. And the backyard looked like it came straight out of fucking the Scooby-Doo mysteries. So, I'm like, what now, fam? That shit was bananas, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really did grow up in a fucking, but some people consider it a haunted house. They said the house is haunted, man. And I lived on a dead-end block, so that didn't help. Yeah, I lived on a dead-end block, so that didn't help. That helped zero. Like, I mean, even leading up to the house, it looks like you're going somewhere you probably don't want to go. Like, sheesh, fam. And we pulled in at night. It was like in the winter already. It was like November, October. It was getting dark at like around 4:35, and we pulled up like around 6. Sheesh. I love that haunted house. If I would get the money, I'm gonna buy that bitch back. I'm gonna buy as much of that block as I can. I'm not comparing myself to anybody, but I appreciate you. I'm not comparing myself to nobody, but I appreciate you. Shout out to Choke. I want everybody to win. You don't need me to lose in order to win. Shout out to Choke. You want to know the dopest thing about DBZ? So, you know the dopest thing about DBZ? So, when I was a kid, we were watching football, me and my brothers. And I was like hoping somebody got injured so my team could win. And my brother said, we don't do that. Forgot which brother it was. But my brother said, we don't do that. We don't want bad things to happen to other people. Now I'm 3, 4 years old. We don't want bad things to happen to other people. We don't wish bad on people. We don't do that. That's not our time. So I always had that philosophy, but I never really understood why it was so important. Fast forward. Probably when I'm in my 20s, late teens. I see a DBZ video of one of the jump offs, and then I realized it was when I was a teenager. I realized Goku never tries his hardest, or Vegeta never really tries their hardest until the other person tries their hardest, and they don't even. Good morning. And they don't even want to fight you if you're at half strength. Like if you're not at full strength, they don't even want to fight you. Like they don't want their opponent to have a handicap. They don't consider that a real win. So that's how I look at life. Why should I need for you to not win in order for me to win? You understand? Oh shoot, they putting in the glass vinyl. Hey, what's up? How you doing? This your register? Could I get 2 double cheeseburgers? Hey, I need to go switch over to another account. Give me 1 minute.
Any price, anything?